Hello everybody and welcome to Twisted Gaming. As you can see here today, we have Innistrad Midnight Hunt, the newest set from Magic, with a set booster box. For those who didn't get a chance to participate in the pre-release events this weekend, due to restrictions in your area or just unable to get there, you get to watch some packs being opened. For those who did, hope you guys enjoyed your events. I know I did. I got to participate in a few over the weekend here. What's that? Let's just get cracking on this box, shall we? See what kind of fun enjoyableness we got here. I don't know if everybody has seen those new basic lands that got released. They are very, very nice looking. You will see in we open some of these set packs here. Yes, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they redid the boxes with the set boosters this time around. Made them look more like draft boxes, and draft boxes got a little bit bigger. I know people who did participate in the pre-releases, got to play and stuff. You won some of these. Because Wizards decided instead of giving out draft boosters, draft packs, they would give out set booster packs. Alright, so we got a Wolf token there. Let's see what our art card is. Ooh, that is a very nice art card. Dawn. These are the new lands I was talking about. They are very gorgeous full art lands, and every pack will have one. It will either be foiled, etch foiled, or just plain like this one is. Some basic stuff going on here. There's a lot of fun stuff. Flashback is back. I don't know if you guys have not seen that yet. So Flashback is a fun new mechanic. Let's see here. Oh, here's our first Daybound card. That fun new mechanic. Those who didn't get a chance to play with those yet. First rare sight, the Viper Fang. So other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch, and other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. And then you can pay one to tap this. Pay one, tap Viper Fangs to untap another creature or land you control. Oh, and we have Spin and Sight, so 2 mana, 1 blue, 1 black. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, one of them face down, and put the other at the bottom of the library. You may look at the card and play the exile cards as long as they're remains exiled. You may spend mana, so with mana of any color to cast that spell, and it has flashback for 1 colorless and then a blue black. So that's pretty good right off the bat. Ooh, we have a foil card. A Bat Whisperer says when it enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, you create a 1/1 black bat creature token flying. It's another good one. There's a lot of tokens. Decay is a news feature for the zombies this time around, and other cards can have Decay on them as well. Decay just prevents it from blocking, and then if they attack, they have to be sacrificed at the end of combat, for those who haven't had a chance. Ooh, a nice another art card here. Another forest. Some more cards. Vampires are here. It is Innistrad after all. A bunch of humans as well. Alright, we have a rare here. What do we got? Switching the Needle. As it enters the battlefield, name a card. Activated abilities of the source with the chosen name cannot be activated unless they are mana abilities. And then another foil, which is actually, this one's a Coven. ability. So you have to have 3 creatures with different power. You can flip this one. This one's an activated Coven ability, not a triggered Coven ability. For those who need to see the difference, we can look at that real quick. I think we have one here. But that is a very interesting rules thing. Like this is a triggered one versus activated right here. It's 1 and 2 white. So this will trigger at the beginning of combat. So at the time this will trigger, you must have 3 creatures with 3 different powers. And as it resolves, you have to have it has a varying F clause. This one, no varying F clause. As long as you have it when you pay it, it will still activate. That was a nice little discussion I happened at one of the purely events I was at with a couple of judges talking about the varying F clause and whether or not it would apply to an activated ability. Look at that art card. That one's nice. Ooh, we got a swamp this time. Get rid of some of this basic stuff going on. Another Davion card. I love the template cards here. The showcase art. Gifted Identity. Enters the battlefield. We have Gifted Identity here. It's an additional cost to cast a spell. Sack a creature. Enchant creature. You can control enchant a creature and he gets +1/+1. That is a nice one. I saw that one get played a lot. Oh, look, we have a human token. And then our foil is Locked in Cemetery. Enchant creature. You've been locked in the cemetery. Enters the battlefield. If there are 5 or more cards in your graveyard, tap enchanted creature. They not untap during the controller's untap step. That is a good one for, especially for a 2-drop. You know, like sleep and stuff like that. Keeping those unruly opponents creatures tapped down is always important. But I feel Gifted Identity would be a little bit better, depending on the situation. I know I had that played against me a few times over this weekend. Another art card. That one's nice. We got a nice island. I do like the swamp though, with the haunted house looking stuff in the background of the village. Exile a target creature, target spirit creature with Disturb, which is another fun ability you can do from your graveyard. This one, Hungry for More. Create a 3/1 black and red vampire creature token with trample, lifelink, and haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of the end step. Plus, this spell has flashback. Ooh, visioned up to ability. Exchange control of 2 target creatures you don't control. Flashback for 8 and 2 blue. This spell costs X less to cast. This spell costs X less to cast. This way, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own. That is on the battlefield or in the command zone. So this is actually one of the cards you can get in these packs. I forgot about that. Is commander set cards for this set. So this is one of the cards from Commander. That's awesome. Now we got some more stuff. Ooh, we got the Archmage. If it's neither night or day, if it is neither night or day, it becomes day as he enters the battlefield. Instants and sorceries you cast cost X less, where X is his power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you put a 1/1 counter on it. Is it Dex? It's time to do something with that. We have our foil here, which is an Elementalist. And our first list card is Helldozer. It's 3 colors and 3 black. He's a zombie giant. He's a 6/5 with an ability that says 3 black and tap, destroy target land. If that land is not basic, you get to untap it. That's pretty good. Like that zombie giant. One of those good ones. It's a open right there. We go. Alright. Another art card. Our mountain. More basic card play going around here. I do love these showcase cards that they did with these, especially for the double-faced ones. Why you love Death Sprout? Or Death Bomb Sprout. He is a fun card. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you mill a card and there's 3 or more creatures in your graveyard. You transform him, and then he becomes the Hulk. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from your graveyard. If creature is exiled this way, he gets a 1/1 counter. Alright, we got our first land rare, which is Overgrown Farm. When it enters the battlefield, tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. So that's always important to note. As well, you will see a lot of these cards. It gave out plenty of them this time around. And our foil is Foul Play. Destroy target creature with power 2 or less, and then you get to investigate for a 2-drop. Not bad. Make those clue tokens appear, which is important because I think there's a few cards from this set that just cares about tokens in general. Just having tokens on the field. Alright, what do we got? This is a forest art card, along with a plains. Spirits, destroy target creature with flying. Said these showcases always look nice. You'll see plenty of this Candle Grove Witch. I think everybody gets at least 100 of her. Ooh, a rare. Burn down the house. 3 and 2 red. Choose one. Burn down the house deals 5 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. That's pretty good. Or create 3/1/1 red devil creature tokens. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. They gain haste until end of turn. That's pretty good. Our foil is Celestial Scepter, so if it's not day or night, it becomes day when it enters the battlefield. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your graveyard. And we got a spider token with reach. Never hurts to have spider tokens. There's that blue artifact that turns all tokens lose all abilities and become 3/3 creatures. That one's nice too. We got another forest. Vampire and Tripper. You can't block, but he's a 2-drop or 2/1 flyer. It's not bad. Naturalist, whenever he attacks, add red or green mana until end of turn. You do not lose this mana as phases, and then its backside is other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1, and whenever the lord of the attacks, add red or green, you do not lose it. That's nice. So at least you're getting an extra mana with him. Oh, here we go. Rares. Harvest, it's a black green, create X 2/2 zombie tokens with decay, where X is half the number of creatures in your graveyard. Round it up. Quick flashback 5. Our foil is a Moon Raging Slash. The spell costs 2 less if it's night, and it does 3 damage to any target, which is very good. Especially if you can do the whole day-night manipulation. Especially with the there's an artifact that lets you switch it from day to night. So that's always good. What is our art card? Blue in this thing. Oh, we got Brave, Burn, Mortal. Oh, look! They reprinted Evolving Wilds. Like the 100th time. This is a really fun card. It's an X and 1 green. It comes in with that many counters. But it has covens, so at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more creatures with different power, you put 1/1 counters on the target creature you control. You can help buff up everything. Alright, Reckless Storm Seeker is our rare. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+, and gains haste. That's its day-bound side. What about its night-bound side? Oh, same thing, just +2/+2, and gains trample and haste, so he gets better. Nice. And our foil is Kingdom Rebirth. The spell costs 1 less for each creature that died this turn. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield, and that's for 3 colorless and a black green, and then a flashback version of it for 5 colorless and a black green. And a bird token, along with a booster blitz game on the back. If you guys haven't caught ours, we have played those games here in the past. You should check them out. They are some fun ones, especially the squirrel nest was fun. Chandra. Oh, light up the night. Chandra right there. It's a good stuff. Bloodline Culling. Choose one. Target creature gets -5, -5. Creature tokens just get -2 until the turn. Your opponent had a bunch of army of tokens there. And Blood Pact. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. I actually lost a game because of this card. I was down to 2 life, and my opponent's just like, you die if you're fucking mean. I was surprised. I did not expect that to happen at all. So I was going to swing back and do some massive damage. Probably win. But, you know, what ifs, right? What ifs, indeed. More beautiful art cards. More chub everywhere. Ooh, what do we got here? Slaughtern Specialist. So it enters the battlefield. Each opponent creates a 1/1 white human token. Whenever a creature and opponent dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh, there's a green-black troll that does the same thing. Oh, look at this special one. Listens Forever Archangel. It's 2 colorless, 2 white, and a black flying lifelink. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its opponent's hand beginning of the next end step. If a creature and opponent control dies, exile it instead. That's nice. A beautiful, good one to get. And another vampire token. A 3/1 trample lifelink haste vampire. But it looks like he's flying, so I don't know why he didn't get him flying. Yes, this is foil. By the way, you can tell. Guess that one's a fun card. Yes, look at every printed duress. How nice is that? So we got the Archmage again, but the alternative art there. And Curse of Silence. That one's going to be a fun one to see. So enchant player enters the battlefield. Choose a card name. Spells with the chosen name. Enchanted player cast costs 2. Whenever enchanted player casts a spell with the chosen name, you may sacrifice it. You may sacrifice Curse of Silence. If you do, draw a card. Our foil is Howl of the Hunt, which is a very good foil, especially if you're doing werewolf deck. It's Flash, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, if enchanted creature is a wolf or werewolf, untap that creature. Creature gets +2/+2 and vigilance. And then another list card, Will-o'-the-Wisp. So always been a fun card. Flying 0/1, regenerate Will-o'-the-Wisp. 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 Hold up. Got our first clue token, actually. You haven't seen that of. 2 of 2. 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 2 Specialist, Farmhand, Land, more lovely chug. Ooh, I think that's my first mythic chain. Yeah, that's my first mythic, I think here. It's an adversary, so flash flying is a 2-drop. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay a colorless and a blue any number of times. When you pay this cost one or more times, put that many one counters on it. Then up to that many other target artifacts and or creatures or enchantments all phase out. Yes, they brought back some phasing in this set because they love to. And all foil for this set is a zombie that says tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Each opponent loses a life. That's always good, especially if you guys are playing two-headed giants or commander. You want to do a mono black zombie token deck. That is something there. Oh look, we got a Teferi art card and a foil mountain. The only one of the there was like 2 I believe in the set, land fetching, or 2 or 3. Alright. Pit fighter, vampire warrior, colorless on a red, discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards, activate this ability only if an opponent lost life this turn. Foil is given in Silversmith. When it enters the battlefield, you put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures. Very good. And another list card from Throne of Eldraine here. Deathless Knight, haste whenever you gain life for the first time each turn. Return this from the graveyard to your battlefield. To your hand, sorry, to your hand. It's not bad. I don't know if I'd have that in a deck anywhere. It's a 4/2 with haste though for 4 mana. And ability to always come back to my hand. So. I think if it had something else besides haste, it would be my opinion on the matter. Oh, Renin 7! Another fun card from this set. Another Planeswalker. Swamp. These super gorgeous looking swamps. Oh look, they also reprinted Field of Ruin in this set, which is probably something that needed to be done to combat some of the other problems you see with the current standard level set. So destroy target non-basic lands. Always important. Oh, right, Harmony. 2-drop, 1 green, 1 white. Whenever a creature and enchantment enter the battlefield under your control, this turn, it's an instant by the way, draw a card. It's nice. Ooh, we got another mythic here. There, Disciple of the Drown. This spell can't be countered. Each instant and sorcery in your graveyard gains in your graveyard has flashback. Flashback is equal to that card's mana cost. So the mana value, mana cost. So that's actually a really good one. Especially for Izzet players, mono blue control players, you can slide back into that control. Reach. Mountain. Secret to the Key. Oh, here's one of the counter spells. The spell's counter's weight, exile instead of putting them to the graveyard, which is important. Oh, another one of those commander rares here. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on her. Other humans you control get +1/+1 for each counter on this one, which is important. That new human deck would probably be really good. Will of the Wisp. It is a 1-drop. Will trample whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard. You put a 1/1 counter on this. When it dies, you gain life equal to its power. It's not bad. Foil is a Bounding Wolf with Flash and Reach. And a 4/4 Beast token. Faith. Ooh, we got foil island there. Watching. Oh, Strand, champion of light. Flying trample. She's an angel. She's a 1 green and 2 white. Humans you control get +1/+1 and coven. Whenever certain attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, so the top 5 cards of your library reveal a human feature card from among them and put it in your hand. The rest at the bottom in random order. So it's going to be good. We'll look at a foil counter spell, and then the moldable card, double transform card thing, so you can you have those opaque sleeves like I did this weekend. I'm using those a bunch this weekend. I grabbed some opaque sleeves. I've got some of those see-through sleeves. I've got the good ones. During another nice art card. Being good with the good stuff. Oh, these are the Archmage. We just got that one earlier. That one's going to be a commander I see very soon for people. Oh, we got another Day versus Night. This magic mini game. Objective: a defender of the night or a monster. A defender of the day, I'm sorry, or a monster of the night is this rock, paper, scissors style game. That is fun. We're gonna have to see about having this one done. Play that video. Make a video for that for you guys. See how else play that. That looks like a lot of fun. This one's not one of them. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got a hard card here. Haunted Ridge. Plains. Round, okay. Revenge of the Drowned, which says we target creature's owner puts it on top or bottom of the library. I create a 2/2 zombie with decay. Silver Bullet, which is good to get rid of some of these werewolves we've been seeing. Pay 3, sacrifice it. Deals 3 damage to target creature. If a werewolf is dealt damage this way, destroy it. Get rid of those pesky vampires. Another Visions of Glory from the Commander set. Create a 1/1 white human creature token for each creature you control. This is 4 and a white. With flashback, with an X cost based on your commander. That's not bad. That's 8 and 2 white to flashback. Oh, look at it. Suited Survivor. Another angel. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you turn up to 2 target creatures with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. A foil is this one. Flash gives a target creature an opponent control or each. Nope, target creature. Yep. And then a list card is Juniper Order Ranger. He's a human knight. Whenever another creature comes into play under your control, put a 1/1 counter on that creature and a 1/1 counter on this one. That's good. I've seen that in quite a few that unicorn deck I think. A lot of people I know play that one. They finally made a unicorn commander. Oh, Untamed Pup is a card. It looks really good. We got foil planes there. Dryad cards. There we go. Another Viper's Fang. We got a foil duress and another list card from the Urza saga. Urza's Blueprint. Echo. It's a 6-drop. It's a tappets. Draw cards. It's a little expensive. I don't feel that one's like upkeep after this menu control. Pay passing cost or sacrifice. Gotta love Echo. Player also has an artifact in this game, you card. Oh, Candle Grow Witch. Here's our card. Island. Foul Play, which destroys a creature, power 2 or less. Shady Traveler, which is a menace creature, it's day and night. Fedora with Disturb, the new fun ability. That one is quite fun. Disturb allows you to cast it from the graveyard for its Disturb cost transformed. Graveyard Trespasser, sorry. Has Ward, which is Ward, discard a card. Whenever the Graveyard Trespasser enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to one target card from the graveyard. If a creature was exiled this way, each opponent loses life and you gain life. That's its day-bound side. Its night-bound side. Says exile up to 2. So you get a benefit when it's night. You get 2. Price of 1. A foil, chant creature gets +1/+1. Quick creature cannot be. Quick creature gets +1/+1. Quick creature cannot be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. Yep, throw your little weak links under it, and an insect token there. No big blocks against this creature that has that effect on it. Over the Midnight Scourge. Come on. Oregon Holder. Boon Silver Key, which is a mana searching artifact. So it says sacrifice this, search your library for an artifact card with a mana value or a basic land. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Oh, Curse of the Leeches. It's one of those special day-bound curses here. So, as this permanent transforms into a Curse of Leeches, attached to the player at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, they lose a life and you gain a life. The other side is a creature with life, like a 4/4 creature with life. So it's one of those interesting ones. We have a foil mounted Dread Knight. When it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it, if an opponent lost life this turn. Oh, look at it! One of those zombie tokens with decay. Pushing through this fast. Hopefully, almost done here. I don't know, got like 10 more, maybe. Locked in the Cemetery is our art card with the island there. Defender, tap 3 creatures you control. Look at the top card of the library. You may put it into your graveyard. It's not bad for 1-drop, 1/1. Oh, there she is! Yes, oh, yeah. And so if a creature in opponent control dies, exile it. To give your upkeep, all creatures exiled will get onto the battlefield under your control. They gain decay. Oh, we got the Haunted Ridge land. It's one of those 2 more lands. Here's the advertisement cards. So who's excited for the next set to come out? Crimson Vow. I know you play people who've been wanting those vampires. You're gonna get them. Supposed to be a big vampire set. We'll see though. This was supposed to be a werewolf set, and not that many werewolves. So the Forgotten Archangel. We got an art card. That's awesome. We got a forest. Oh, Champion of the Parish. The 1-drop, 1 black. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under control, you put a 1/1 counter on Champion of the Parish. Not bad. This is that counter spell. And this is a pretty good one. It's almost like Rewind, for those who don't remember that one. Same mana cost as Rewind, 2 colorless, 2 blue. Counter spell is counter play, exile it. instead of putting it to the then you may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. That is a good one. And then our list card is that one. So whenever a non-token creature dies, investigates. It's a nice enchantment. You may sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 white human soldier token onto the battle. That's actually pretty good. Something like open. A lot of clues get made in this. That's actually from, I think, one of the Innistrad sets. Mountain. I like to skip ahead sometimes. Let's go find that rare. Oh, we got double rares of the same exact one. Ren here says Flying Haste. This is a really good card. If a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. And if a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent control, deal damage +1. We got 2 of them, 1 foil, 1 non-foil. That's pretty interesting. And another list card. Influence Academy. So if a spell or an ability an opponent control will cause you to discard a card, you may reveal that card and put it onto your library instead of putting it anywhere else. It's always a fun land there. You know, those discard decks when we're messing with you. Morning, the moon framing. And that one's a sign. The next outcast. So when it dies, you draw a card in the life. Ooh, spawned. So one colorless, 1 black, 1 red. He's a legendary vampire. Noble. First strike at the beginning of your post-combat main phase. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life of your opponent's slot this turn. Exile one of those cards and put the rest at the bottom of your library. You may play the exile card this turn. Nice. Really nice. And then a foil soul guide with, oh look, a day and night card for you guys. This one's fun. It's a little expensive, but it gets you exile a card from graveyard. I just know it's not a very good playable card. But somebody might find a way to make it playable. Usually we have these open ready to go for you guys, but not today. So what is this? This is an island art card. Okay. Art card for the islands. Other stuff here. Another vampire noble. She's not that noble. She's not that. Oh, the one I cannot pronounce. Chipper. So you have no maximum hand size at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. And 4 mana to draw a card. That's a really good one. I tried to do this during the pre-release. Did not happen at all. Not once. Nah. I could not make that happen at all. I think the most cards I had at one point was like 7 cards in my hand. Start playing things. Oh, the Pit Fighter in foil. Let's see here is very good vampire, but you never know. You get to only do it if an opponent lost life. It's good card searching there. Tovar, the Midnight Scourge. Mountain. Please in this pack. That'd be great to see. Play with fire. Oh, Visions of Dominance. Put a 1/1 counter on a target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters on it. So it's 3-drop. And also has a flashback. With the X cost being commander value for 8 and 2 green. This will cost X less based on the base value of commander. That's interesting. Oh, we got Arnie, Pack of the Hope. This is the legendary planeswalker for werewolves. battlefield. This saved my life in one game. I was about to die, and then I just busted that out and was able to hang on for a little bit longer. Almost dropped our card. Sunrise Cavalier. Foil island there. Ooh, we got ourselves a Hermit. Pay 1, sacrifice. Counter target. Non-creature spell unless the owner pays 3. That's why it's disturbed. 2 and 1. He is a creature with flying. Spirit Wizard. Non-creature spells you control can be countered. If you put into graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. The day and night card thing to play with, the minigame. Falcon Adversary, when it enters the battlefield, you make the 2. This is a really fun card. It's a 2/2. Creature with flying for 2 colorless and a blue, but when it enters the battlefield, it also makes a creature with decay. Alright, guys, we're on our last 2 packs here. One more after this one. A natural. Yeah, Forest. Shadow. Oh, memory. Ooh, so look at the top X card of your library. For X is the mana spent to cast this spell. You may put 2 of them into your hand, the rest at the bottom in a random order. So you get to look at top 4, and then with flashback, you get to look at the top 7. That's not bad. Then we got a foil Tavern Riffler. It's a 6/5 on its nightbound side and a 2/5 on its daybound side. Look at it. Magic, designed by humans. Get 10% off. Nice. Those who need those t-shirts. Let's see what we got in this last pack. Olivia's Midnight. Another Island. All the Hunt. Purifying Dragon. People are talking about this one. When into the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target creature. Defending player controls. If that creature is a zombie, it does 2 damage. That's not bad. It's a little high for a 5-drop, but still not bad. Oh, Storm of the Tavern. That's a good one. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put 2 permanents from the mana value of 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield to the rest bottom of your library in random order, and then flashback for 10. I did like the card. I did it a couple times. And tapping at the window, just like a small version of it, but instead of going into the bottom, the rest of the cards go do right here. So if you screw up, you screw up. Alright, everybody, that is it. That is a whole box of set boosters. We got a nice stack of rares and list cards here. Bunch of other cards I still get to go through. This is the other stack from the pre-release. This is my pre-release stack right here, guys. Yeah, I did a couple pre-releases, as you can see. I didn't open some of those cards, along with the other land cards. So yeah, it was a good weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed yours. If you didn't get a chance, you know, that's sorry. Hopefully your area will lighten up soon enough, and you can. Hopefully this COVID thing slowly goes away, or we can get over it as best as we can and get back to some real paper magic. Back out of that, I'm gonna say good night, good day, wherever you are, depending on what time you're watching this. All right, guys. Good.